career, a movement. The role of agriculture in youth empowerment. Let me break it down a little bit. When youth take agriculture seriously, we can achieve food security, feeding ourselves, our families, our communities without relying on imports. Self-employment, becoming our own boss, running a farm, a processing unit, or even an online agro-business. Mass production, supplying large quantities to meet growing demands both locally, regionally, and internationally. Agriculture is not just farming. It includes 1. Animal rearing, food processing, scientific research, online trading, digital marketing, agrotourism, greenhouse and hydroponic technology, herbal products, value-added items, and eco-packaging. And all of these sections, there are jobs created within each of them. So young people and the youth, agriculture is the way out. Agriculture is a must. Don't be afraid to go to the soil. Now is the time you should start going to your farms. If your parents have land, try to allocate some land. Start planting because a movement is coming. And that movement will be taken by the United Workers' Party to move the country forward. Let's take a bigger picture into mass production. Because mass production is key. Dominica imports over $22 to $24 million worth of meat and meat products into Dominica each year. That's an example in one sector of what I just quoted. Imagine just even 30% of that was produced right here by us. That's millions of dollars staying on island, circulating in our communities, creating jobs and empowering the youth. With mass production, reduce the cost of goods, increase availability of quality products, create youth employment, grow our economy, and most importantly, become self-sustainable. But this doesn't happen on its own. With mass production, there are components with it. We need a nucleus farm. For example, in animal production, you need a farm to be breeding animals, so farmers put up animals ready at any given time. For example, the animal farm is a nucleus farm, but it's underutilized. Farmers should be able to go to the farm over to the animal farm to get the animals. They should be able to go to the the plant propagation centers to get their plants. You understand? We should have hatcheries down here. So in order for mass production to take place, we need these components. We need a nucleus farm, we need a hatcheries, we need a batch production system. Now, a batch production system is the breeding of animals, a specific amount of animals to reach a specific target. And with this mass production, within 1 year, we can achieve this 40% goal. Agriculture, youth and sports. Let us pause for a moment. Let's talk about something that also affects us as young people here in our constituency, sports. Our constituency has produced some of Dominica's top performers in sports. We have raw talent, discipline, and passion. But over the years, we have been drained in this area. Not because we have lost the ability, but because we lack 1, proper sports rehabilitation programs, a well-developed playing field, access to basic equipment to train and compete. This lack of investment doesn't just build our athletic dreams, it limits our growth, our identity, and the motivation of the youth. When young people have no outlets, no football field, no basketball court, no sporting events, and also they see agriculture as too hard and too old-fashioned, they feel like they are stuck and nowhere to go. But if we could rebuild agriculture to be attractive, profitable, and modern, and reinvest into sports, we give our youth multiple paths to success. All the foreigners understand what I'm saying? Yes. You people outside there, please listen to what I'm saying. It's very important. Imagine where a young person in this community or in any other community can become a youth farmer and an agro entrepreneur, or become an athlete who runs a side agribusiness, or be part of a youth group that does community garden to fitness, and to agrotourism. It is all connected. A strong nation builds strong youth in more than one way. Let us not abandon one dream to fix another. We can revive both agriculture and sports and even tourism side by side. Youth in agri-tech and marketing. Let's not forget we are in a digital generation. Because it's not every youth that want to go to the soil. It's not all about the rare animals. We live in a modern world, social media. There are jobs on social media. We know how to use social media, online sales, and digital branding. So why not market our fresh produce, handmade soaps, organic teas, pepper sauces online? We can turn a simple farm in our village into a brand recognized around the world. We must go beyond traditional methods and use modern tools to succeed. E-marketing, online trading platforms, agricultural data tracking, drone monitoring, YouTube tutorials for farming techniques, and we need to mechanize our farms. We need to have the tractors, the tillers, every equipment we need for the soil. Because no longer we can go to the farm with cutlass and fork to dig holes. We cannot compete with the holes with that. We need heavy equipment, we need machinery. And for all this to achieve, we need the government. Or what we have to do as a party when we get into government, reduce import duties on fertilizers, tools, equipment, provide easier access to land and financing, support local entrepreneurs by protecting our local market, invest in training centers and research labs, subsidize farmers and manufacturers, implementation of policies and anti-dumping policies to protect farmers and producers from the importers. Because when you mass produce, at that time, policies must be implemented so that farmers can make some money from what they farm, what they grow. Call to my fellow youth. Let us not continue to believe farming is a job for the poor or the uneducated. If you don't farm, if you don't go back to the farm, you will be poor. You'll be uneducated because you won't be able to send your children to school. Don't be brainwashed by the system. Agriculture is the way out. Agriculture has built all those big houses you have seen here. Imagine one of my voyages to England, I was thinking about it the second time. I was in the immigration office. So what I do at my occupation, I have a business consultant, I have farming, as a farmer, commercial farming. The immigration officer said to me, "You're making a lot of money." I said, "No, I'm in an EC country, it's giving me pounds." You understand? The man said to me, right now he's planning to leave the immigration officer and go into farming because farmers are the ones who control the hotels, all the major businesses. They are the ones who control because they are the ones with the land, they are the ones who makes the money. So I want you to understand that you could use some of your farming money and invest into other things. Farming is a primary source of income. And most businesses fail in Dominica. Why? Because we haven't got a primary source of income. There's nothing to support the small businesses. And unless we don't get that in our head, all businesses will fail because we have no primary source of income, whether it be in agriculture, tourism, or sports. We need a primary source of income to be able to support the small businesses. Let's not wait for to be hired. Let us hire ourselves. Let us let us farm not just for survival, but for economic prosperity. Start with a goat, a plot of land, a herbal oil, a greenhouse tray, and with discipline and consistency, you will grow from one step to another. We have the land, we have the sun, we have the rain, the fertile soil, and most of all, we have the most important asset of the country, the youth, because they are the future. They are the ones we need to empower. What we need now is the willpower, the knowledge, and the unity to make it happen. Let us be a model for agricultural youth leadership in Dominica. Let us grow our future with our own hands. Let us not be last, but let us be the ones to make a difference, to be the best in agriculture, sports, and modern technology. I thank you.